Good morning, guys. Hope you're all doing well today. Coming at you with the next excerpt of my first novel in a series, Black and White Odyssey of Eden, continuing where I left off last time. So let's go ahead and have right at this. What in the... Why is he... Why now? Thomas, who was standing regally in his gently flowing garb, knew the utmost peculiarity in this occurrence. The scientist had told him, all those many millennia ago, that this door would in all likelihood never open again. That it was truly a fool's errand, what he was attempting, and somewhere, not so deep down in Thomas's heart, he had believed the scientist. Thomas reflected on that conversation yet more. It was likely a fluke that I saved you, Thomas. It was without a doubt that this is true about anyone I've saved, quote unquote. You know nearly as well as I do exactly what I mean, even now, with our enclave having expanded to as many personnel as it has. The scientist spoke in a sardonic manner. But you also know, just as I do, that there is nothing, no future beyond this. No time, no life, no universe. You have saved so many, James, and have allowed me the grace, the privilege of doing the same. I am by your side. We all are. Never doubt that fact. Thomas spoke with an even tone, unemotional, euthymic. Despite this, his love and pride and his purpose shined through. Even if, he feared, his purpose itself was purposeless. He lived just as the scientist did, for the love of life and all that was good. And no matter the end, there was no greater thing for which to stand and fight. I can't see anything beyond this moment. It does not appear that there is anything beyond it, or that there ever will be, but I will go out with it. Please, my friend, my brother. The scientist's voice began to trail off as a sad smile broke out across his face. Continue searching. The last light will remain forever, even if alone. Thomas's eyes became glassy, but his face remained like stone. No greater fight, he said, his jaw hanging low, mouth closed, as he struggled to contain the knot in his throat, with what appeared to be a silent yawn. And though the scientist was fairly tall himself, Thomas still towered over him, looking down into his tired and unfathomably aged eyes. Just as soon as their conversation started, the scientist suddenly perked up and cracked an enthusiastic smile, allowing his eyes to widen and shine with the outlook of a new and different journey ahead of him. Well, bon voyage, he said, turning his back to Thomas and giving him a playful salute. The black door opened against the carved stone of the room in which the two resided, the scientist disappearing within. This is surely impossible, Thomas continued. This is a break in the conversation back to the previous scene, remaining utterly flabbergasted. With Thomas's eyes wide in disbelief, the silhouette of what appeared to be a man faded into view, until eventually the stunned and petrified eyes of the scientist could be seen. James! How? Thomas said, unable to control the volume of his speech, and causing the technician next to him to jolt in even more surprise than he already found himself at the sight before him. The technician had heard legends of the scientist, but never truly believed he actually existed. In all the multitude of millennia, the countless generations of apocalyptic refugees that have lived before him, the story of the scientist had passed down to him, infinitely filtered through the kaleidoscope of the flourishes and embellishments, as well as the resentments of his ancestors. Yet here he was, standing before him. And here the technician found himself notably disappointed. This frail, seemingly nondescript man was supposedly where the end had all started? That was, until for only a brief moment He stared into the tormented eyes of the scientist. That's the end of this excerpt, guys. I'll come at you the next one later. Love y'all. Peace.